Hey everybody, this is a no-nonsense stream, a little short, but a stream nonetheless. Now, my batting average for doing streams consistently without being lazy and doing a whole like eating toilet paper while on the toilet type video, which if you want an example of that and don't know what I'm talking about, go to the previous day, day 869, but no more of that. We're going to try and be on point, but short. On point means refined, meaning that we're not going to sit here, lollygag, and chit-chat it up, right? That's the amateur method. I'm not feeling like an amateur today. As a matter of fact, I have a gig very soon. So I'm quite literally professional. I have to be in professional mode. So if you would, allow me to do so and get this stream done in a short, timely, professional manner. Orange cream Coke. I talk more about orange cream Coke, but we're tight on time. We're not going to do that. But my score for yesterday, what day was it yesterday? That was a weird day. All in all, it was okay. We're going to give it a cautious 6.9 out of 10. Dealing with some sleep issues. So, you know, and I'm waking. Oh, hello, Chai. I don't know why I said the word opening. I was going to say I'm waking up at 3 a.m. each morning. Very interesting. It's very interesting how I mean to start my sentences with a certain word, and then my brain kind of shoves a completely unrelated word, but I know is kind of formed by Freudian subconscious means. It's like opening. Where did that come from? Why did I start to say the first half of that word? But hello, Chai. You're always about greetings, so hello to you too. Salutations. Today we're going to be all about goodbyes because I gotta zip out of here. Sorry I'm doing the stream late, and sorry I'm gonna be ending early, but it's just the way it is sometimes. Remember how it used to be: 4 pre-recordeds and 3 streams a day or a week. It's all right. Thank you. I'm just baiting affirmation, but you know it still means a lot to me when people say it. Excuse me. Also, the one OBS stream I did last week, I was completely wrong. In the moment, the algorithm stifled it, but it's almost at 1,000 views. Very interesting. Not exactly sure what's going on there, but the channel had been blank for about 3 weeks. Nothing was getting more than like 40 views, which is typical. But very interestingly, that one OBS stream, something about it, perhaps the dancing skeleton gif in the thumbnail, people are going to it. It almost has 1,000. I won't be surprised if it surpasses 1,000 by the day after tomorrow, if I'm doing my calculations properly. But sometimes the algorithm just, it freezes all the stuff on a video just like that. So you never know. Wait. All right. No, don't tell anybody because this is a secret between you and me, but new main channel video is being cooked up. I mean, there are 2 main channel videos that I'm actively editing, but one of them, I'm just kind of losing motivation to edit, so I decided to kind of take a break. And staying with this rating, with rating today a 7 out of 10. Did something happen yesterday, mister? Don't worry, you can tell us, all right? But we are talking about yesterday, but you're talking about today. Today's a 7. We are actually fairly through the day because I did stream late, so you get a freebie this time. It's okay. But yeah, 7 out of 10, that's a pretty fairly good day. I mean, okay, now that you rated your day, I'm going to rate today. So it's only fair. And we're going to have to put a footnote to specify what each score is for. So today, I don't know what it is. I'm just feeling restless. And it's one of them damn days. But, I watched a movie called Little Murders, and it was a well-done movie, but it was so nihilistic and fucking... Just the last picture show in those 2 movies are fucking dreary. So perhaps it's that. I got to just watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to kind of even it out. But it's 2 hours and 49 minutes. So, it's like it's not exactly time efficient, and I have a gig to get to. But right now, yeah, we're feeling a 5.6. Walked the dog like that. That's good. In fact, I should have done that. Don't worry. Other members of my family are taking care of it, so our rugs are clean, but I should take the responsibility because those leashes are there. Anyone can walk the dogs if they want to, so. Now, I'm going to try and see in the next 5 years if I can get a PC that can run games properly, not just for streaming. That's not for selfish purposes. It's so that I can actually contribute and game and be one of those guys. It's been a while. Oh, wait, hold on. I might get copyrighted for this, but we're going to try and jump scare people.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. don't just give it at your hand. You give it.
Brian, at some point you need to clean up the garage area because it's
Yeah, I
become
know,
a. And I know you're prioritizing watching movies over that, but don't do that. Just clean it up and then watch a movie.
Yeah, we could do that.
I thought you wanted to study or something.
Oh shit, yeah, it's supposed to be at 2. Yeah, we got distracted. We will find more time to do that.
Alright. How about over the weekend?
Yeah, we can do that.
Sometime over the weekend.
We have time yet, because my entire day's free until 4, so.
But I hope you can get a White Lotus episode
There's
in
Sunday
there.
morning.
Yeah, we can do that.
He has gigs on Friday and Sunday. So
Yeah, exactly. We're making lots of money.
well,
Studying, we're doing actually multiple things, argumentation as well as other shit. In a year, I'm going to make a playlist of all of these videos because they bury them on the internet, but they're very good. I don't know if you've ever seen one of their music videos, but they're special. Okay. Sorry, a box boy coming in for the first time to ask a relevant question, which is a very rare occasion. People often don't do this, so that's good. Okay, so we're studying two things. So we're supposed to argue against the idea of community college being free or something like that, which, again, I got given a freebie in class because that's a very easy position to argue, but we never know what those gov guys are going to pull out of their ass, so we're going to have to see if we can prepare every single tool in the toolbox. However, in order to actually get started, my group needs to start, collaborating. No one's reached out, so it's a bunch of bullshit. But, I mean, I'm sure they'll start, but I've already done a good amount of research. We have a couple of things here and there, like 3 different avenues to go down. Excuse me, Jesus. But, and then also, oh God, this whole thing with psychology and how bad that class is. We're gonna have to do the study guide thing. Speaking of that, new video on the main channel. If you guys don't know what the main channel is, go to the channel tab and find good content. Because, and it might seem like a plug, but I promise you, this is not the typical plug. This is an important PSA, something that's very important to me. And I mean, I'll talk about it here, but I feel like the video that's being crafted right now, only that video will really convey the emotions that I'm trying to convey here, you see. Are our tasks delegated well? I'd say like 75% well. I know that I vaguely have to go through key terms, make flashcards, and then study them, but that might take surprisingly long to do, and so I might give up and just go, I looked at the book, and now I'm going to throw the book into the recycling bin. But I'm going to try not to do that this time. That's so sweet. You guys are socializing with each other. I didn't even know you could mention people like this. Is that a thing you can do? So you can actually, it's the whole Twitter handle thing on YouTube. So I can, very interesting. And you can only do that with somebody who's in the stream. What if someone leaves the stream? Like you can still ping them. Like if McBurgerness leaves, like at McBurgerness, come back. That was a test, McBurgerness. I'm not singling you out here. But interesting. Okay. So relieved I'm on time. It's nearing 1 a.m. I know, I feel so bad. I got to get to a gig, start packing for said gig. So stream will end early. I know we're only 8 minutes in. I do have this much paper left, so we can do a little bit of chit-chatting. But as said in the beginning of the stream, I'm in a professional mode, I don't think it works like that. At me. Okay. So McBurgerness is about to leave, and we're gonna do a question. Or you're going to do a question. I was distracted by the chat. We're going to do a mention, and then I'm going to answer the question. Pin that comment. Pin what comment? The at me? Okay, sure. Guys, listen to him. At him, and so we can give him more attention, which is good. I'm so confused. I'm not following directions very well, am I? They're bad directions. They're not very specific. Okay. Ask the question, Myra. We like to say here, any questions allowed, all right? It doesn't matter how mean it is or if there's slurs or whatever, all right? It's all about free speech, depending on the guardrails YouTube's already set up, So if YouTube is very, how do I say this, anti-speech, which that's always kind of a false premise, or that's always a false, not a false premise, but a misleading question, pseudo question, because the answer is always going to be yes. And it's a given it's going to be a yes, so it shouldn't even be phrased as a question. YouTube is known for being nothing if not just censoring stuff all the time. But anything that YouTube doesn't censor, I'll accept. So whenever I say I'm pro free speech, I always have to say that we are involuntarily within the already existing boundaries of YouTube and the fact that it sucks. So, you know. But yes, ask your question. And I hope it doesn't get axed from the screen. Better ask that question fast though, because I'm gotta get going. This day has been a cluster cuss, let me tell you. Yeah, it's nearing 1 a.m. Jesus. Yeah, you know, maybe I should just stream on time because I am depleting people's precious sleeping hours. If there's anything that's reminding me the value of my sleeping hours, it is the last couple days where I've been just automatically waking up at 2 to 3 o'clock a.m. And keep note, due to my schedule, most days I go to sleep at around, 12. I go to sleep at around midnight. You know, I can't go to bed any earlier, practically speaking, and I can't get back to sleep. So it's been disturbing. It's actually been a little bit of a horror movie recently. In the short time I'm streaming, I'm good at making satisfying conversation. Is this a natural talent of mine or learned? That's a very hard question to answer. You actually picked the question that entails the longest answer. I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, these streams are me thinking as little as possible and just getting through it. And it's interesting. Maybe that's a lesson to be learned about conversation. People, if you see on YouTube, there's a bunch of self-help YouTube videos. How to make good conversation. 1, start out by making your favorite facial expression. They do things involving body language, and it's down to a T. It's so specific. And I've seen people at my college, and I'm like, it's so fucking obvious that you watch these videos because you're like, bitches, am I right? These bitches. And I'm just going, you can tell there's some part of you that can intuit when it's overly calculated, and anyone's capable of making good conversation. It's just people think too much. That's my theory. I think people think too much. People, are a little too smart for their own good. That's why some of the dumbest people are the best at socializing, because they're just like a dog. You know, they see an opportunity to have a conversation and they'll reach for the jingling keys. All of this to say, I'm not saying I'm dumb or smart or whatever. I do think that these streams are quite literally just a video diary with special guests, and I don't really place too much importance on it. If you saw me in certain situations in real life, I don't know. I can't see myself in the third person. I do believe that I interact the same in real life than I do online. But from what I've been told by my parents and other people my whole life, the reason I got the whole Asperger's diagnosis, which I never bring up unless a question is relevant to it. Also, I'm going to look at your chats, but I'm very invested in giving this answer. So this is layer number 1, and then I'm going to look at your chat, and then I'm going to do this thing again. But I think I can't naturally intuit any signs in a social situation, which certainly helps when I'm dealing with the uncanny valley, supposedly, of the internet, where there are no facial expressions or body language to immediately interpret unconsciously, right? A lot of people have told me about how when they do live streams on the internet, there's this weird grace period where they have to get past how difficult it is that they're just seeing walls of text made by nameless, faceless, anonymous people. And obviously that's an exaggeration, but there's something involving the fact that we evolved for tens of thousands of years to interact face to face, and now we're just doing this. For people who naturally intuit things socially, who are just natural, how do I say this? Yeah, naturals at being social. That works for them. Fortunately, I never naturally intuit anything socially. It never came naturally to me. Everything had to be learned. So, McBurgerness, he's employed, of course, so he has to leave, which unfortunately I'm employed too. This stream would go on for 4 hours if I wasn't dealing with my stupid 2 jobs. With that said, if anybody is fucking from my gig stuff or the music contract Jazzy Wishbone gig thing, they're listening in, it is your fault. Screw you. What does my shirt say? Oh, it's my dad's Christmas present. He got me a Paul Thomas Anderson one, and this is the Tarantino one. It's just every single thing. I like how bad some of the clip art is. Like, you can tell that these like bullet holes were clearly royalty-free bullet hole clip art. And I'm like, oh yeah, cigarette, because she's smoking a cigarette. It's like, okay, Jackie Brown, because she tries to go on a plane at the beginning of the movie. I like the Kill Bill one with the sword. The sword's relevant, only to part 1 though. And then you have this really, really bad flamethrower clip art. It looks so shit. I know they got it off like royalty-free clip art site, and you had to pay $5 to get your subscription for 1 month so you could download all these little JPEGs and arrange them. But it's fine. I'll try and see if I can make it to the gig. Can't make any promises though. If you break a promise, I'll cry. All right, you best show up. All right, you already promised me in Instagram DMs. You insinuated it. All right, don't screenshot any text or something. You promised me, Moses. Awesome shirt. Yeah, thanks. Royalty-free clip art style. I like the pride flag bullets. I don't know if that. Oh, it's the fucking names. I never even noticed that. Okay, there was some effort here. I just hate I hate the clip art bullet holes and the clip art flamethrower. Those are fuck ups. Everything else is okay. The chain, that's kind of on brand. Where's the what is this? Oh, it's the dent. Okay, sure. Yeah, most of it's okay, but you can tell it was definitely not made by the filmmaker themselves, so whatever. I had an extremely long and unsatisfactory conversation, the most surface level bullshit possible. Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting because people mentally designate small talk and big talk. I don't think that, that's really a label people impose on their own conversations, much to their conversation's detriment. I'm often stuck in those situations too. And if you see me just in the corner, just on my phone playing Doodle Jump, that's how you know I have interpreted the room best I can. And I know none of you fuckers are capable of having any semblance of conversation bigger than small talk. I call it exclusively microscopic talk. It's bad. Let's see. Inglorious, but yeah, that's his third best movie. Yes. Let's see. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting that you find my stream somewhat euphoric after dealing with a certain particular surface level conversation. I'm going to guess the small talk. Small talk involves like three things. How the weather is today. Pretty sunny. It's going to rain cats and dogs. You're telling me. That's more of kind of old people speak. That's from the baby boomer generation. If we're talking small talk between teenagers, it can vary. It's a little more complicated from what I've seen. It's kind of like, oh my God, that bitch, her TikTok dance group and my TikTok dance group, we're beefing. And plus, we do the diagonal movements. They only do side to side. Those bitches don't know how to TikTok dance. I don't know. From what I've seen, that's kind of borderline what they talk about. It's a mix of gossip, catchphrases, lots of vernacular, so much vernacular that I lose track of what's even being said. Do I like Django? It's fine. I like basically every Tarantino film except for the birthday party one. But I think it's one of his most overrated films. I think morally it's not as interesting as Hateful Eight. It's all right. I do want to watch it again. I think the gunfight scene after the Calvin Candy final interaction, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that particular gunfight scene and then, some certain particular character surrenders, that scene, that's probably one of the best directed, I think, Tarantino action scenes ever, I think. So there's that, but it's buried in a movie that isn't exactly up to snuff, at least in my opinion, on what his standards already are. Okay, let me look. Youngest person in chat might be an issue of awkward. You'd be fucking amazed how young some of the people here are. Ian, he's like 12. That's just one example. But thank you for saying my shirt's awesome. I appreciate that, Ian. But no, in high school, tell me about it. It's very temporary. College students, they do this too. But slowly you'll notice that people are more open to more nuanced conversation. I've been doing these streams since high school, and if you go back to my very first streams, I wasn't saying shit. I was just eating paper, which honestly, that shows that I was a professional from day one, of course. But I feel like now I'm not as on point. I am just talking, and of course, that's what people stay for, I think. So, I'm Ian. I'm 13. There's no fucking way you're 13, Ian. That means when I met you 2 years ago, you were 11. You're full. No, okay, yeah. I'm taking people literally after I made a joke. Okay, yeah. Ian's probably 27 or something. I know you're younger than me, Ian. Whatever. Age doesn't even matter, okay? Listen, we're just here to eat paper and talk about shit. I'm 30. Yes, he is, all right? The two of you guys, hit it off. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, well, Moses, that's because you're different and you're special. You're one in a million, But Myra, I'll say this. high school is a very special social time. Nothing feels real because nothing is real. Everything, every consequence and every cause, or that I'm phrasing this very poorly. Every single status, the existence of statuses and how permanent they may seem in high school, they will wash away. In fact, you're in a worse state if you are one of the socially dominant ones in high school, because when you get out, you realize, oh shit, I have to start from scratch because everyone's moving on to other places, And no matter whether, where you are on the made up like the imaginary pyramid of social dom, like no matter where you are in that, it's all fake. And you're always going to deal with the trappings of fake bullshit. And even the people who pretend to like it, they don't. So. If your social media feed was a movie every day, I'm happy to be your rolling credits. I appreciate that, Myra. I'm happy to be included, always. That's what every content creator should say, I think, Yeah, pay me $5. You guys don't pay me enough. For one, I've never been eligible for monetization, so that's not even a hope. But if it was, I do gigs, and I have more money than I know how to spend, and that's more of a statement with me because I don't have very much money at all. And yet I think every single thing I'd want to spend my money on, I've already done that, and my dopamine receptors are fried right now. So, I have not very much money, but still more money than I know how to spend. And so, just the reason I do this is it is a social activity, but I like to think it's more honest and also a self-preservation thing, I guess. If I don't do this, I will not be self-satisfied. And then I will go crazy and start maniacally laughing. Yeah. Buy me V-Bucks. I'm going to have to purchase Fortnite, and then my computer's going to crash, and then I'm going to get a Trojan worm on my computer, and then Bonsai Buddy's going to come in and hack my Gmail. It's a whole fucking thing. I'm not tech savvy enough for that. Pardon me, Jesus. Excuse me, again. Okay, there's a lot going on in chat right now, and because this is the last piece, I won't be able to respond to everything. Can you buy my Oh, no, don't worry. I already have 13 alt accounts on Roblox, so we can send you that immediately. I'll get you 53. That's as much as I have right now. Okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted. Myra says, I'm 15, clarify last year of British high school. Britain, you see? Britain's a little different. In Britain, it's a lot like America, but things are just a little different. I've learned, and same thing with Canada too, by the way. You guys go onto my mom's YouTube channel and find my Canada bashing video. We go deep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's another thing about, I mean, I don't know if across countries, body language and social rules could be different, but I do know that British people, they do adhere to the royalty idea. It's like, we are a band of dukes or princesses stuck together, and there is a difference in status. The people who are in Britain, I'm sure they do stand for truth and genuine interactions, but don't you think that, say, the structure of the society within a country might have a psychological effect on how people interact? If you're living under what is, a very watered down monarchy in disguise, from what I know, and people buy into it, especially because the king and the queen and all those people, they are celebrities for no reason other than they share the same blood of royalty, which, not necessarily a bad thing, but that doesn't make them special. And so that kind of bleeds into high school, and there might be people who but I mean, this is just a conspiracy theory. It's not like I don't bloody know anything. They don't? Maybe not. It's hard to tell. The subconscious brain is buried deep within the quicksand of the conscious brain. Yeah, by the time you're 19, that's when the weird social part of your brain will finish developing. So I don't know, but to be kind of the better version of high school interaction for somebody who is probably not having the absolute socially best time, that is a very great, it makes me feel like the stream is kind of a tool for positivity. Trust me, this stream has been a breeding ground, what's it called? A petri dish for lots of disgusting organisms and moldy shit in a figurative sense. So, wait, this is the last piece. I'm just drinking Coke at this point. It's fun talking. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now we're going to eat the last piece, huh? And then we're going to dip out of here because I got to get to that gig. And I did not expect to stream for this long. Shit, I got to yeah, okay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be day 871. Are the viewers the bacteria in this? Well, hold on. There's good bacteria and bad bacteria. There's the bacteria that gets mixed in with red wine vinegar that helps clean the E. coli from your intestinal lining, and then there's the bacteria that gives you dysentery, and then you start shitting a lot or whatever. That's the bad bacteria. So, okay, all right, okay. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. I got to get to that gig. All right, see you guys later. The end.